Good morning, everyone. Good afternoon, good evening, good night, depending on where you are and what time you're watching this video. I don't want to do a long, fancy intro, but I just want to say I really am trying to hit 1,000 subscribers. That originally was 500, but as of this morning, I woke up and we passed 500 subscribers, and I can't thank you guys enough for that. So if you found this video to be helpful or entertaining in any way, please consider subscribing. It's free and it helps me a ton. So with that out of the way, let's get into the reason why you're here and why you clicked on the video. And that is traits. So traits in this game are, one, very poorly explained, and two, very complicated. And, well, not actually really complicated, but they seem daunting at first. And when I was a newer player, I really just pushed traits off to the side because it was like I said, it was very daunting, and I really didn't feel confident enough to go into traits. So I want to make a simple and easy to understand guide to traits. So I want to take it all the way back to basics, and I want to start with what is a trait. So a trait, as you can see here, is essentially an added stat to your equipment that can be changed, it can be removed, or added. And you can buy these traits on the auction house, and they, like I said, add stats to your equipment. So on purple or epic gear, whether it be a weapon or armor, you can have 4 levels, we'll call them, of traits. So you can see here, my Carnix's Nether Bow has 4 levels of heavy attack chance. Each level, in this case, is heavy attack chance 20. I have 4 of those, so I have heavy attack chance 80, with this being fully traded. It is fully leveled up to level 4. Blue, or rare, gear or weapons can be traded 3 times. So in this case, magic evasion is 40 for each level. It's leveled up 3 times. Therefore, it is magic evasion 120. I don't have any green gear on this character, but if you did, green gear can be leveled up 2 times. And then no matter what the rarity, epic, rare, or I think uncommon is what green gear is called, you can have 3 different traits. So like you can see here, I don't know why I'm pointing. You can't see what I'm pointing at, but you can on here. Heavy attack chance, health regen, and hit chance. You can have 3 different types of traits, and they can be leveled up 4 times for epics, 3 times for rares, and 2 times for greens or uncommons. So now what I want to do is I want to talk about the different types of items that are involved in traits. You have trait unlock stones, trait conversion stones, and trait extraction stones. So let's start with trait extraction stones. What you would do is you would do your daily contracts, which I have a video about somewhere up here. And what you would do is acquire contract coin. You can then use this contract coin to buy trait extraction stones. So in terms of where to buy it and how to get it, do your daily contracts, as you should be doing anyway. You can use those coins to buy trait extraction stones for 7 contract coin each. Trait extraction stones are used to extract an existing trait from a piece of gear that you can then sell on the auction house for somebody to buy and put on their piece of gear. And we'll talk about how to do that later, but for right now, we're just going to stick again to the basics, trait extraction stones. So you'll see here, I have this Tublix Deathmark Longbow. And if I go to here, it says trait extraction. If I click on this, for 25 trait extraction stones, this amount that you have to use differs depending on the rarity of the equipment. So in this case, it's epic and it's 25. If it's blue, I think it's 5 and so forth. So I could spend 25 of my trait extraction stones and 75,000 of Solent to extract mana cost efficiency from the longbow. When I do that, I could then go to the auction house and I could sell it on the auction house for however much loosen. In this case, the reason why I haven't done it yet is it's worth about 50. Now, I'm not going to do that because I might PvP in the future and I want to keep this longbow, which actually raises another important point. When you extract the trait from this piece of equipment is gone. You can no longer use this piece of equipment. It will come up as an item in your inventory, and then you will be able to sell it, and you will no longer have this item. You will only have the extracted trait that you can sell on the auction house. Next, we have trait conversion stones. These stones can be bought from the guild merchant for, they're sold out, but 30 guild coin each. You can buy 100 of them per week. Trait conversion stones are used differently than trait extraction stones, trait unlock stones. As you would imagine, they're different pieces of gear. I don't know why I said that. That was redundant. Anyways, trait conversion stones can be used to convert traits, as they sound like. So you have two options when converting traits. So here I have health regen. It is leveled up, or tiered, I guess is the actual terminology, 4 times out of 4 times. I can convert this trait using trait conversion stones, 100 of them, for a chance, remember this is important, for a chance to get the trait that I want. You can see here, I have a 40% chance to get critical hit chance, a 30% chance to get undead bonus damage, and 30 to get max health. So for 175,000 Solent, I can random number generator, RNG, a chance to get a trait that I want. Conversely, you can use, not the auction house, you can use trait conversion stones to convert traits selectively. As you would imagine, this is selecting the trait you want to convert your existing trait to. So in this case, I could select health regen. I could convert traits selectively. I could choose the trait that I want. I could pay 75,000 Solent plus 25 trait conversion stones, cheaper trait conversion stones, plus I can pay 100 trait unlock stones to selectively convert to what I want. So I have two choices. I can trait selectively, or I can trait RNG, which is cheaper. Because as we'll talk about in a second, trait unlock stones are actually quite hard to come by, and I would not recommend you do this. Okay, next I want to talk about trait unlock stones. And trait unlock stones are quite a bit different than trait conversion stones and trait extraction stones. So where you can acquire trait unlock stones is a couple different places. The lithograph book, which if I scroll down somewhere around here, we will find, you can exchange lots of purple pieces that are hard to come by for a small amount of trait unlock stones. You can also obtain trait unlock stones by coming to the armor crafter in Stonegrid Castle, and going under armor materials, you will see a common trait unlock stone bundle. By using these dimensional soul shards that you get for completing dungeons, and also get from opening the reward chests, you can use all 6 of them to obtain a, let's just do it so you can see, a common trait unlock stone bundle. And when you open this bundle will give you 3 trait unlock stones. You can also get them from your weekly missions. So once you complete these weekly missions, as you'll see from my last week's mission, I could have taken any of these things, or I could take 22 trade unlock stones. You can also get little bits of trade unlock stones through dungeons, and you can also get them through the mystic portals, mystic keys, that whole mechanic. But I cannot stress this enough. They are really hard to come by, so be very careful when you're using them. So trade unlock stones can be used in a multiple of ways. The first way is back to trait converting. You can selectively convert your trait. And when you do this, you use trait unlock stones, 100 of them, in addition to trait conversion stones, but only 25 instead of 100. As you'll see, I have never used a trait unlock stone, and I only have 223. So I hope if you take anything away from this, these are really hard to come by, so use them as you feel that they are super well utilized, but really be careful. So yeah, you can use trait unlock stones to unlock and trait select, or to convert a trait selectively, and you can also use them to unlock traits outright, which I'll show you when I switch to my alt character, because I have full traits on this character. Okay, so I'm here on my alt character now, and you can see I have a Carnix's Nether Blade. With I haven't done anything to this piece of gear yet. I've just acquired it, and basically that's it. So you can see I have hit chance 20 and no other traits. Now I could unlock a new trait, by using 100 trait unlock stones. So you'll notice that I can selectively convert traits using the same amount of trait unlock stones plus 25 trait conversion stones, because you are converting, you're not unlocking. This is just a straight up unlock, and I could unlock, in this case it would be heavy attack chance, but look, I don't even have enough trait unlock stones. Seriously, they are hard to come by. So those are the two things you can do with trait unlock stones. You can unlock traits selectively if you don't have them already, or you can convert existing traits selectively using trait unlock stones and trait conversion stones. Okay, so now that we understand the items that come along with traits, I want to get into sort of the meat and potatoes of traits. How to get new traits, how to change existing traits, and how to level up traits. So, if I want a new trait, what I need to do is one of two things. Let's take Carnix's Nether Blade on my alt, for example, here. So I need, in this case, I think I'm going to be going with max health and heavy attack chance in addition to hit chance. So if I want to unlock max health, I can either, one, unlock traits selectively, which we've kind of already talked about, for 100 trait unlock stones. I would just click max health 150. I would pay the 75,000 Solent plus the 100 trait unlock stones, and you can unlock your trait. I do not recommend you do this. Trait unlock stones are really hard to come by, and prices on the auction house, which we're going to talk about in a second, are falling like crazy. So please, I would highly encourage you, save up a little bit of Lucent and get the trait that you need through the extract. Do not use unlock stones, but for a comprehensive purpose of the video, you can use unlock stones to do this. The second option is you go to the auction house, you find the weapon that you're looking to trait, or the armor or the accessory, whatever it is that you are looking to put a new trait on. So I click into here. Here's max health. I can buy this for 119,000 Lucent. So I'm going to buy one of them. Come out of here. Let's go back to pressing period, or whatever you have a key bound to. Let's go back to Carnix's Nether Blade. Now, I can unlock the trait by using the extract I just purchased to have a 100% chance to unlock max health. So let's do it for the purpose of this video. Blah, blah, blah. There. And now I have max health on this piece of equipment. So 2 options. Use an unlock stone or go buy the extract. I highly recommend you go buy the extract. Okay, so now that we understand how to unlock a new trait, let's talk about how to convert an existing trait that you maybe don't want. In this case, I don't actually want mana regen. How to convert that into a trait that you do want. Like we kind of talked about earlier, you can use trait conversion stones, 100 of them in this case, and you can gamba your way. I have a 40% chance to get hit chance, 30% chance to get wildkin bonus damage, and a 30% chance to get cooldown speed for the cost of 100 trait conversion stones. Conversely, I can convert the trait selectively. I can convert mana regen into hit chance is what I want. For 100 trait unlock stones or 25 trait conversion stones, I can convert it into the trait that I want. But there's actually another way, and this is the way that I recommend that you do this. So I'm going to go to the auction house. I'm going to look up Tubelix, if I could spell, Tubelix Shattering Quarterstaff, and I want hit chance. So I'm going to purchase this trait. Now, when I go back to this quarterstaff and I go to mana regen, I can again go to convert trait selectively. I go to trait conversion. And when I do that, you can see that for 25 conversion stones, I have a guaranteed conversion because I own the trait extract. So remember, trait, do not do this. Do not convert trait selectively. Do not spend these 100 trait unlock stones and 25 trait conversion stones. Go onto the auction house, spend a little bit of lucent. I know you want to stack your lucent, but it's cheap. It's much cheaper than unlock stones, trust me. And then you can come back here. Now that you have that trait in hand figuratively, you can trait conversion. It's guaranteed gonna convert. But you will notice, and an important note that I wanted to make, so I'm glad that it visually displays this, is I am going from level 4 mana regen to level 1 hit chance. The reason for this is obviously you could stack some poopy trait that you don't like here and then convert it for cheap. They don't want that, so they circumvent it. But I promise you, do it this way. It is much, much more efficient. It is a much better use of resources. And honestly, the way things are going, prices on extracts and gear and stuff is dropping like crazy with the tier 2 around the corner. So let's do it. Now I just went from full mana regen here to hit chance 1 of 4. Okay, so now I have a hit chance 20, level 1 of 4. This brings me to the next part of how do you level up or tier up, I guess. I would just say level up. It's much more simple and easy to understand. How do I level up this hit chance trait to level 4? You have a couple options. If I go to the auction house here, option number 1, the option that I would maybe recommend, depends. This part's going to require you to do a little bit of math. You can go to search criteria, select the grade of equipment that you're trying to level up the trait for. I'm leveling up Tubelix Quarterstaff. That is an epic piece of gear, so I'm selecting epic. Then I'm going to click find trait. I'm going to type in the trait that I'm looking for, which is hit chance in my case. And then select weapons, armor, or accessories. In my case, this is weapons, and hit apply. So now this is going to give me every weapon with a hit chance trait that is epic that's been extracted. Remember way back in the beginning, I said, okay, you can use trait extraction tones to extract the trait and sell it on the auction house. Here it is. Here is what you're selling. So in order to level up my piece of gear, which in this case is Tublix Quarterstaff, I search epic, weapon traits, hit chance. I'm going to go to staff, the same piece of gear, and I can buy one of these, right? I can buy a Staff of Lucid Light that has hit chance just like the quarterstaff that I have. Now I can go back to traits, go here, and you can see already I can guaranteed level up this trait for by using the extract I just bought on the auction house, because it is an epic, just like my Tublix staff. It is a hit chance, just like the hit chance that I want here. And it is the same type of gear. It is a staff, just like the staff I have here. So that's the 3 criteria. Same rarity, same type, same trait. You can do this as well for chess pieces. You could go to the auction house. I'll do an example just so you can see. You would go to the auction house. You would search criteria, epic. Let's just say you want max health. Sorry. I always mess that up. Go here. Redo. Epic, fine trait, max health, armor, because we're looking for a chest piece. Search. Chest. I can grab this chest extract, and I can use this to level up a epic chest piece that already has armor on it. I can level up that trait using this trait, because it is also an epic chest piece max health trait. It has to be the same rarity, the same type, the same rarity, same type, same trait type, same type of gear. Sorry I'm going over this so much, but this really confused me when I started, so I want to make it really clear so that people are hopefully understand. So go back here. So now I bought this. I'm going to use this, and bam, I just leveled up hit chance, or tiered it from tier 1 or level 1 to tier 2, level 2, and now you can see I am halfway there. The other way you can level up existing traits on a piece of gear is by using lower rarity pieces of gear to stack blessing, and then use that blessing to 100% chance a lower piece to level up an existing piece. This part is the complicated part that starts to get really hard to understand. So I'm really going to do my best to try and explain this in a way that's easy to understand and simple for you to be able to execute on. So I'm going to go to the search criteria. And again, we are talking about Tublix Shattering Quarterstaff, which is an epic staff, right? So, and we're looking for hit chance. Epic staff hit chance trait. So we're going to go to the auction house. We are going to go to rare, because we're going to fail this, which I will explain. It'll be easier when I visualize and walk you through it. We're going to find the trait. We're going to find hit chance, because that's what we're looking to do on weapons. I'm going to grab 5, and I'm going to explain why as we work through this, so just bear with me. But I'm going to buy 5 of these. Sure. I'm spending all my lucent for you guys. Like and subscribe, please. Just kidding, I had to do this anyway, but still like and subscribe. So now we're going to go back to the trait screen, and you can see that I can put this trait into this staff, right? So I'm putting this rare staff hit chance into this epic staff hit chance. But I only have a 10% chance. I know this says a 10% enchant trait, blessings collected. I'm just going to explain this to you in a way that's easier. Basically, I have a 10% chance for this staff to accept this blue trait. If it does not accept this trait, it will give me something called blessing. Blessing is essentially a basically like a pity, like, oh, it sucks to be you, but we can actually use it to our advantage here. So again, it's going to be easier if I just show you. So I'm going to take this rare staff hit chance, and I'm going to try and put it into Tubelix quarterstaff. So that it did not work. You can see I am still on level 2 here. I am not on level 3. It did not work, but you noticed that my blessing went from, I think it was 100 before, up to 140. If you have enough blessing, which is represented by this little bar here, if this bar is full, you can actually use it to give a 100% chance to put another blue or rare extract into the quarterstaff. So basically what you can do is you can spend and buy a bunch of these blues, fail them. They might actually even go through if you get lucky. It's a 10% chance, so in theory, 1 in every 10. But you can do them enough to where you get enough blessing that you can guarantee it. Then it becomes a question of what's cheaper. Is it cheaper to stack all these into it? So for example, if you had to do 20 of these, is it cheaper to buy 20 malevolent staff hit chances in order to get it into this staff, or is it cheaper to just go on the auction house and buy the guaranteed extract that will go into this 100% one time? In my case, it's actually cheaper to just buy the extract on the auction house, I think, going by staff, cheapest, epic, hit chance. It's actually cheaper to do that than it is to fail stack all these. However, for the purposes of this video, I'm going to waste my lucent again. Please subscribe. I'm going to waste my lucent just to show you how it works. So I'm going to put this in here. It's going to fail. I'm going to put this in here. It's going to fail. Oh my God, it actually went through. So sorry I wasn't paying attention, but you can see that now I'm at 3 of 4. So I actually got lucky and it went through. I'm glad that this happened to show you that it can happen. But, and in that case, I received a level. I did not receive any additional blessing. So let's continue. So it continues to fail. I am now out, so I'm going to go buy more. I'm going to go back to the auction house. I'm going to go to staff. I'm on rare, weapon, traits, hit chance. These are the cheapest ones. I'm going to select the top 5 and buy them. But I just want you to pay attention, and I'll show you after this laggy thing goes through. So if I need to buy 10 of these, right, that's 140 lucent to get it to work. However, if I go to epic, hit chance, weapons, go to the staff, I could just buy this for 65 lucent, and it's cheaper. So I encourage you to do a little bit of planning ahead of time. I'm an accountant. Bust out Excel if you're a fellow accountant out there. I encourage you to do this ahead of time to see which way is cheaper. But again, I'm just going to demonstrate for the purposes of this video how it works. So again, I'm going to enchant. Oh no, it failed. I'm going to enchant again. It failed. I'm going to, but you can see this meter is climbing. I'm going to enchant again. It failed. I'm going to enchant again. It failed. I'm going to enchant one more time. It failed. But now, if I purchase one more, and you can see, I'm literally showing you that this has become more expensive than just buying this trait. So please make sure that you do your research ahead of time to see which way is cheaper. But if I buy one more, hit chance, accessory, weapons, staff, one more, by utilizing the 450 blessing I have accumulated from attempting for these to go through and failing, I can use blessing. Click this little button. You see how it's 10% chance to actually enchant and a 90% chance to collect blessing. If I press this button, I'm going to use all this blessing, and it's a 90 plus 10% chance, so 100% chance to enchant it. I'm going to use this with the blessing I accumulated, guaranteed, and now it's 4 of 4. So you have the two options. You can buy on the auction house these and fail stack them in. You're probably going to need 10 plus 1, so 11. I don't know why that math is so hard. Or you can go epic, find trait, find the trait you're looking for on weapons. Make sure you select the weapon. And there you go. You can use this as well. Do the math ahead of time. In my case, it would have been cheaper to just buy hit chance 3 of these, and I would have been done. But I just wanted to showcase that you can do it the other way, especially when weapons are new and prices haven't fallen as much as they have now. So maybe when tier 2 rolls around or whatever the case may be, it's cheaper to fail stack. But yeah, I just wanted to show you in both cases how you can essentially level up your existing traits. Hey there, sorry to interrupt. It's AJ from the future. I forgot a pretty critical component to making a comprehensive trait guide, and that is transferring in lower tier fully traded gear into higher tier gear. So what I mean is, you can see here I have Flame Rot bindings. This is an epic belt, currently level 0. If I transfer into this piece of equipment my existing fully traded blue belt, you will notice that 2 things. First, I get level 6 on here, which is whatever, cool, I guess. But more importantly, I will transfer in 960 blessing. Now, you would have just watched, I don't know, a couple minutes ago, that you can use blessing to ensure a 100% chance of a blue trait extract being accepted into a epic piece of equipment. So very important that once you are ready to upgrade your gear from blue to purple, make sure that you don't dump a random empty purple into your new purple. Get your fully traded blue that you should already have and put that into your new epic piece of equipment. That's going to allow you to perfectly bring in 2 blue trait extracts into the purple piece of equipment, because you need 450 blessing for each transfer in, and you're going to get 960, so you have enough for 2. I forgot to include that. I apologize, but I wanted to come back and make sure I got that added in, and enjoy the rest of the video. And that's everything. I hope that you found this video to be helpful or enjoyable, and if so, I would greatly appreciate it if you would consider subscribing. Like I said at the beginning of the video, I'm really trying to hit 1,000 subscribers, and it's free, and it helps me a lot more than you could ever imagine. So that's about it. That's all I've got. Thanks for watching. Thanks for supporting. And as always, I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day. Take care. Bye.